Our Councilmember Robert Jackson, who's going to be speaking on behalf of Charles Rangel.
Good evening again, everyone. I'm standing in for our Congressmember Charles Rangel, and as you know, he's been in the Congress since 1971, and he's made a difference on behalf of the people of not only the 15th Congressional District, not only New York City, but entire state of New York, especially. And as you know, in Congress, seniority means everything. And in fact, when the Democrats took control, that's when Charlie Rangel became the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee. And as a result of his chairmanship, he has brought untold millions and millions of dollars to our community. And you know, he's been a fighter on affordable housing. He's been a fighter in this current administration on health care. And as you know, when you talk about Charlie Rangel, you talk about UMEZ, the Upper Manhattan Empowerment Zone, which has brought money, millions of dollars in jobs and opportunity for small businesses in the empowerment zone, which includes a lot of Upper Manhattan and parts of the Bronx. And if you know, when you talk about a veteran, you know that Charlie Rangel served in the Korean War. And you know that he marched with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And you know that he was one of the founders of the Congressional Black Caucus. And you know that he was one of the individuals that stood tall to bring down the racist regime in South Africa. And you know that the Apollo Theater, which is a national landmark, he was the one that fought in order to make sure that that will continue. And as a result of that, that venue is bringing so many people into New York City from around the metropolitan area, which in essence brings the type of dollars that we need in our community. And as I said to you, he has delivered the Upper Manhattan Empowerment Zone, the low-income housing tax, and the earned income tax credit. These are all of the type of programs that help the people of New York City, and especially people that are struggling to survive. And I say to you that Charlie Rangel is the type of individual that you want to have in Washington. Yes, he stepped down as the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee. Why? Because he has a vision. He knows that in order for the Democrats to maintain control, okay, in the House and in the Senate, he decided to step aside. Hopefully, after this electoral process is over, he will resume as chairman of the Ways and Means Committee. And if you look at what he's done overall for the 15th Congressional District, you will do the same thing that I will do. Is even though I know all of the people that are running against Charlie Rangel, and I applaud them for being part of the democratic process to run, but quite frankly, the bottom line is that Charlie Rangel, based on what he's done, deserves to be reelected. And so I want to thank all of you for coming here tonight and listening overall to me talk on behalf of the candidates that I'm surrogating for. And I hope that you will support Charles Rangel in his reelection for Congress.
You know what he's done, but look at what he did and blew the whole thing after all that time and he got there. So
what do you mean by blew the whole thing?
Him if he was the only person on earth.
I'm sorry, say that again? You wouldn't do what?
I wouldn't vote for him.
Okay, that's your prerogative. That's the democratic process.
But the point that I'm making is that he got there to the House Ways and Means, and he freaking blew it because he was corrupt.
No,
or is
listen.
Corrupt.
Charlie Rangel you made your statement. Charlie Rangel has not been convicted of anything. This is America, and in America, you're innocent to proven guilty. Believe that. But not only that, I'm sorry, I'm not here to argue with you, miss. I'm not. Let me respond to you. I'm not here to argue with you, and it's your right as a Democrat to vote for who you wish.